Hi Libra, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are all well. Welcome to Cancer season, a fellow cardinal sign, however, a season of emotion. And Libra and emotion, I mean, with all that balancing out you guys are trying to do all the time, doesn't necessarily sit well. However, it is a season of sentimentality. It is a season of money being a really big priority. And it is also a season of affection. Over eroticism, I want to say. Genuine sentimentality, looking at old movies, photo albums, romance, emotional fulfillment, all of that kind of fun stuff. I would say, Libra, this season, try and bring harmony and balance to yourself and the things that you might face this season also. A lot of crying over spilt milk, perhaps. Not looking at your blessings. Knight of Pentacles. Money. Finances, the focus on finances. This full moon is going to act like a bit of an aphrodisiac. And I think, Libra, if you can harness that energy correctly, and if you're channeling all this like emotive lunar energy, which is a little bit outside of your depth, I do think, it might mean that you are, allowing yourself a level of movement that you might not necessarily be familiar with. I do feel as if there is going to be a really strong need to get grounded this season. And I think what you can overcome this season will bring you like some real soul stirring victories. If you are able to accept that this is a 9-year, it is the end of the teens, okay? We're moving into a new decade, a new cycle, a new way of feeling, and sometimes, especially when it comes to like money, finances, and the way we think, look at things, emotionally, we're kind of tied into it, right? So I guess what the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups here is trying to suggest is to perhaps break down certain things and move in a more slower, methodical approach, as opposed to just charging forward and really trying to win victories, or really not being able to harness your energy correctly and lashing out or letting it get too much. Just remember, it's the season not about winning the battle this season, it's about understanding the lessons. So maybe look at things, look at where you are, stop trying to be understood, just try to be a little bit more understanding, I want to say. What have I got here? So Libra, bottom of the deck, I've got the Justice card and the Sun card. What a beautiful summer you're going to have, and this cardinal Cancer energy has just kicked it off. Just make sure that you are very aware of your feelings, how you're feeling at this time, what it is that is keeping you up at night, and what it is that you're doing, the ghost stories that you're telling yourself. Being a 9-year, being a 9 card, you've got to overcome this now. This fear, what is it that you're so scared of? What is it that you're worried is not quite going to work out? I've got here the High Priestess. Card of a Piscean, possibly. Somebody with Pisces in their chart. This can also be the eclipse season that's coming up. You've got a new moon coming up, Libra, which will really open the floodgates, I think, to a lot of this. A lot of stuff that you may have been letting bubble under the surface, right? You've got to be able to understand your own emotional nature this season, okay? Bring that Venusian gentleness, that fairness. I almost want to say, where is the integrity? Are you doing right by the things that are happening in your surroundings? Are you letting yourself or somebody that you can see get away with things that you know just are not right, things that don't feel right to you. You might need to step in. Integrity is going to be a big one. Emotional intelligence and integrity is going to be a fantastic one. I've got here the Six of Pentacles. This is a lot of give and take. Okay? And I think with that Venusian love, that gentleness, this season will help you survive the tumultuousness of it, of the peaks and the troughs, if you remain in that gentle Libran state of mind. I've got the Ace of Swords here. Cutting off what doesn't work, getting rid of all of the fussy finicky bits, cutting off bits of processes that you know are just time consuming. This is also your resources. I think you can manage to cultivate some sort of new initiative that puts you right back in a place of Libran comfort. I do know one thing with the Sun card here and the Justice card. This is going to kick off a really, really nice summer for you. There may feel like there are times where the lows are just too low. But then don't forget, the highs can be just as high, if not higher. High Priestess. So, we've got this full moon, this new Cancer new moon that's going to happen on the 3rd of July. Give yourself a bit of an emotional break, Libra. If you are feeling... Intuition's going to be at an all-time high. But if you are feeling physically or depleted, a lot of it could have something to do with the emotional background of what's going on with you and how ready and how willing you are to actually address things as opposed to just brushing them under the carpet. If you are in a place of paranoia and constant heartache, it's just going to, like, this season's really going to illuminate all of that. You're really going to feel it. So be prepared of the things that are coming up, where they're coming up from, and why they are coming up. Deal with them. This is the whole Libra integrity that I want to talk about. This is the whole thing. Like, Libra, where have you strayed so far from yourself that you have now let fear and doubt overcome your path because you're so fixated and so focused on all the negatives? It's really difficult to stay negative if you are out in the sunshine, if you are applying that emotional intelligence, if you are deploying that Venusian gentleness, if you can try and remain as true to yourself and just let yourself, like, slow and steady, man, slow and steady. If you allow yourself to just take a little bit longer with yourself or whatever the situation is that you're working on, you might find that there comes information, epiphanies, super intuitive time, okay? So the intuition, the epiphanies, it's all going to come through as long as you can remain as swift as Libra is, but try and get as grounded as you possibly can too. All of this water energy, all of this intuition, all of this overstimulation can really go one of two ways for you. We've got this here, but I just see this as a roadblock, and it is something that, something as watery, as emotional as Cancer season can make you confront. And it might even be that this is a time where you have to confront it, so you can push it out of the way, so you can move forward, towards your birthday and beyond in this greater understanding of yourself, where you might be feeling a little bit more like yourself. Fairness, integrity, compromise. Compromise always helps us attain a way higher level of happiness. But working on the emotions of the season will get you exactly where you need to go to. Opportunities abound, Libra. What a beautiful month you are going to have. And Libra is definitely one of my favorite signs. The intuition is there. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And the happy home, happy life is also possible for you. Just use the energy the right way, Libra. Okay? Happy Cancer season. I hope you guys all have a beautiful kickstart to summer. And, yeah, Venusian gentleness. Take care, guys. See you soon.